Hey guys, welcome back. It's the guy in the hat. I'm so excited to be back filming for you guys. I mean it, I'm sorry for the long hiatus, but life got carried away from me. I've been pulled away by so much crazy stuff. My camera broke. I'm learning how to do videos just from my phone now. It's a whole new process. I got caught up in a bunch of work-related stuff that has nothing to do with this channel. Alright guys, today we're going to be bringing you the death battle I promised you so long ago. Rick Sanchez versus the Doctor. Doctor Who versus Rick and Morty. Now honestly, I haven't seen really either of these shows. I know Rick is extremely broken. He's apparently the smartest guy in his entire universe. Probably true. It's a cartoon. And Doctor Who, of course, has the only time machine in existence, as far as I know. I haven't seen either show. I'm pretty sure Rick's gonna win, just because cartoon characters are always so much more broken than, you know, real-life characters. SpongeBob, case in point. But anyway, guys, I'm very, very stoked, so I will keep this intro short. Like, comment, subscribe for more reaction videos just like this one. It's so good to be back, guys. Let's hop straight into it.
Is dominate the cosmos, but who would win an all-out brawl? He's Wiz and I'm Boom.
Honestly, I have no idea.
It's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Everything about Morty Smith's life was perfectly average. Average house, average family, average school.
Maybe slightly below average intelligence.
But everything changed the day his grandpa Rick came home.
Yeah, in style. Because Rick
Grandpa Rick.
Anything but average.
Rick is easily the smartest man in the universe, and its most dangerous criminal. He spent years on the run from the Galactic Federation, going on adventures across the multiverse.
Who cares about the emotional trauma from abandoning his daughter, right? And then he
I'm already starting to like this guy.
Threatening danger. Bye.
Thus formed the greatest duo of the generation, Rick and Morty.
Yeah, mostly Rick. Morty's fodder.
Love how he just kidnapped his nephew.
And that's just the first episode.
Rick is an unparalleled inventor, always ready to face even the squanchiest of alien foes.
He's got your usuals. Laser gun, invisibility belt, shrink ray, cyborg implants, the works.
As well as some weirder things, like a Mr. Meeseeks box, which can summon an infinite number of irritating temporary life forms that will work tirelessly to accomplish a given task.
Or a series of android decoys.
Okay, that's pretty broken.
Created, they don't even realize they're decoys, which leads them to create decoys that create decoys, and so on.
Rick's gadgets can erase your memories.
Alright, that'd get confusing pretty quick.
And even make a surface true level, as in perfectly flat, something normally mathematically impossible. So beautiful that experiencing it for only a moment before returning to non-Euclidean can emotionally scar you for life.
He can even inject you with his own genetic.
How does that even work?
Chest burst a clone of himself from inside you, like a pasty alcoholic xenomorph. What the hell?
Rick and
God's
Morty
Rick.
in the space cruiser. Powered by a microverse under the hood, this compact starship comes equipped with laser cannons, a fishing line that can tow a solar system, and a unique artificial intelligence.
With all that crazy sci-fi gear, Rick and Morty's adventures were absolutely bonkers.
From disentangling a time loop created by alien snakes, to battling the meta-fictional story lord, to Rick turning himself into a pickle to avoid family therapy.
This guy would rather battle the Russian mafia as a vegetable than address his feelings.
Actually, pickle's a fruit.
Because boy,
Can't say I blame him.
Behind the fart jokes and wubba-lubba-dub-dubs, Rick harbors bitter emotional agony.
way back when, in a completely different universe, the Rick we know had a happy life, until another Rick from another universe took it all away, the bastard.
But like me, Rick is a true inventor, and this tragedy spurred him to craft his greatest creation, the portal gun.
My scans indicate it creates holes through all aspects of space-time, allowing Rick to travel anywhere in the multiverse. It sounds exhausting.
It can do more than that. It can slice you
Okay,
in
that's extremely broken. Honestly, I don't know if Doctor Who has anything that can counter that.
That's coming out of your paycheck.
I could think of like 50 different
Decades of
things I could do with that gun
traveling
alone.
Hunting down the man who ruined his life darkened Rick's heart. He began to ask himself, if there are an infinite number of universes with an infinite number of each person, how did any individual life matter?
Sounds like he's overthinking it.
Like the time he accidentally turned all of humanity into horrific Cronenbergs. He and Morty had to escape to a parallel universe where they swapped places with recently deceased versions of themselves. What does that do to a person?
Clever.
Some badass
Wish Scarlet Witch had thought of that in the freaking Doctor Strange multiverse movie.
Like they say, he's the rickest Rick of them all.
That he is. Just touching the hem of his coat can activate his energy shield or even induce instant death. Yes, instant. No, it isn't explained why. Though considering this reaction, it's likely a chemical released through the
Rickest Rick whiz. He's dodged an orbital space laser from just a few feet away.
Yeah, Rick is
He's
way
so
too
smart,
broken.
He figured out he's in a TV show. Yep, really.
Perhaps most mysterious is Operation Phoenix, a series of clone bodies that his consciousness can be uploaded to upon his death. Despite eventually taking it offline, his mind is still connected to every other Operation Phoenix across the multiverse.
Giving him an infinite number of extra lives, even if some of them are shrimps and fascists.
Some of his devices can destroy the Earth, the universe, even numerous alternate timelines. He actually did that just to manipulate.
Seriously, Doc, I don't know how you're beating Rick. Rick is way too broken. They should not be fighting. This is kind of what I mean. Death Battle does this stuff all the time.
Well, as much as he insists that love is just a chemical reaction in the brain, he does care about his daughter and grandkids. And Jerry. Sometimes.
He's taken on an alien Zeus, the President of the United States, and the actual devil, even exiting the bounds of fiction into meta-reality, fighting Jesus H. Leaping Christ himself, and meeting Joseph Campbell. Talk
Of course
about
he
a
did.
hero's journey.
Challenge Rick at your will. He might look like a scrawny, drunk.
Honestly, Rick Sanchez is if, like, the Doc from Doctor Who and Deadpool had a kid.
Greatest warrior in the universe.
And you can lick his balls.
Of course he is. Why wouldn't he be?
Ian Chesterton and Barbara Wright were just your average school teachers with a less than average student.
Of course they were.
Susan was odd, almost like an alien. And when they met her grandfather and his police box, they found out why.
They were aliens, and that police box was the TARDIS, a 2-in-1 spaceship and time machine.
Thus, they were whisked away into the stars, kicking off over half a century of timey-wimey adventures with a revolving cast of companions. Like Sarah
Really?
Jane
That's
Smith,
the premise of this
the
show?
Brigadier, Amy Pond, and so many more.
Complete with the cheesiest special effects you've ever seen.
This madman with a box had a name he would never tell, and a history he would always run from. He was only known as the Doctor.
Doctor Who?
Exactly.
Doctor Exactly?
Though the Doctor's origins are shrouded in mystery, we know they were born several thousand years ago and earned degrees in cosmic science and higher dimensional physics.
But he got bored with the stuffy Time Lord bureaucrats, stole a TARDIS, and explored time and space as a runaway. Who can forget those adventures chasing dinosaurs on a spaceship, killing Robin Hood with a spoon, or shoving
God, this is
Hitler in a
ridiculous. This is
closet?
literally on par with Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
But if you don't know who's who, you're probably wondering, who are all these people? A bunch of old guys, young guys, a lady, and one of the Three Stooges? What?
The Doctor is a Time Lord from the planet.
Never seen the Three
Gallifrey.
Stooges.
Time Lords may look human, but couldn't be more different. Not only do they have two hearts, they literally experience time differently. They can see past, present, and future all at once. They can resist temporal phenomena such as time stops and can tamper with fixed points in time. They're effectively acausal beings.
This makes them super hard to predict and nearly impossible to erase from any timeline. They can even breach the bounds of space and talk directly to you. Yes, you at home. Hello there.
Time Lords are practically walking Deus Ex Machina.
Of course he can.
In fact, a lot of them would be proud to be called that.
Yeah, the Doc ran away for a reason.
I feel like breaking the fourth wall is just way more common now than it was before.
Resisted mind control, survived deadly radiation, and even learned transmigration. As in, the ability to summon an object out of thin air. Sounds crazy, but it's apparently standard fare for Time Lord Academy.
But the reason why there are so many doctors is that Time Lords have a funny way of cheating death.
Upon receiving a fatal wound, the Doctor undergoes regeneration, gaining a new, healthy body.
It's way more than that. While reloading, the Doctor has regrown lost limbs, become strong enough to knock down steel doors, and even weaponized his own time energy.
Downside being, if a Time Lord dies during regeneration, that ends the process permanently.
To date, we've seen 14 versions of the Doctor, plus a few extras mixed in here and there. Hell, by the time you're watching this, you've probably seen the 15th. Or the 16th.
I love how his weakness is literally Aang's from Avatar. If you are killed in the Avatar state, it ends completely.
All new personality.
Some like bow ties, some like jelly babies, some kick butt with Venusian karate, and some really hate the monarchy, probably 'cause they're werewolves.
But they always have one
Really? There are werewolves in this show? I thought it was a show about time travel.
one other thing in common. The Doctor always enjoys the thrill of adventure, and they've got plenty of tech to help, like the sonic screwdriver. Utilizing sonic waves to manipulate
Yep, I've heard of that.
objects, it can pick locks, cause detonations, and fry circuitry. It's sort of a Swiss Army plot device that can hack its way through most problems. The perfect pacifist tool for resolving
about right.
conflict.
Its only weakness is that it doesn't do wood or turkey, though considering it can destroy
Really?
machines, disrupt molecules.
That's a
and
big
even
weakness. There's a
erase
lot of stuff made of wood
I'll
still.
take it.
The Doctor doesn't often carry weapons. There's an invisibility watch, a time travel ring, psychic paper that tricks basically everyone, and perception filters that prevents others from noticing certain things, even people.
But the Doc does reluctantly have a few weapons stored away, like the dematerialization gun.
It might look slapped together with
course he
Hobby
does.
Lobby pipes, but the D-Gun can literally erase you from time. As in, it causes you to have never existed.
I'm sure
in
Rick
the
will be
first
fine.
place.
Not even
If you
concerned.
never existed, then the gun would have never needed to fire, which means you weren't wiped from existence, which means the gun would fire. Which means
See? This is why you can't go back in time, because no matter what you change, then you would be undoing the reason you went back to change it in the first place.
Doctor's box. But we gotta talk about, you know, the box. Shabby blue police box on the outside. Incredible time machine that's bigger on the inside. This is the TARDIS.
The time and relative dimension in space is a sentient ship that travels space and time with ease. It's strong enough to tow planets, powerful enough to stop antimatter from destroying the universe, and tough enough to tank lightning from Zeus. Yes, the god Zeus. It can even adjust its interior to an infinite degree, both in terms of space.
Okay, I didn't know they had Greek
So,
mythology in
if
this
the
all of a
TARDIS
sudden.
doesn't like you might get lost inside it forever. Don't piss off the TARDIS.
Or any
Really? It's fully
Doctor's enemies.
sentient?
Some of the
I don't even
universe's
want it at that
deadliest
point then.
Monsters, Cybermen, Zygons, Weeping Angels.
And the Slitheen, the big chunky aliens that took over 10 Downing Street and couldn't stop farting.
Even when the Doctor prefers not to resort to fisticuffs,
Those are
he's
the
tough
weirdest
enough to
aliens
survive
I've ever
bolts
seen in
of
my life.
lightning that vaporized an ordinary human. He's even dodged half a dozen disintegration rays while also improvising several thousand calculations in a matter of nanoseconds.
Yeah, the Doctor's super smart. So smart his brain once powered a 1,000-year-old supercomputer.
The Doctor's outwitted cosmic entities like the Great Intelligence, the Time Lord Nemesis, the Master, and apparently the original
I'm still giving it to
Satan,
Rick.
who
Rick's
isn't
too
even the most
broken,
frightening
and that
alien
gun's
in the
more
multiverse because
versatile
that
than I feel like, though. What's it called?
Daleks.
Quantum
Alright,
screwdriver
bear
is.
with me here. They may look like trash cans.
At the
with
bare
blunders,
minimum, it makes
but
it so
they
he'll
can
barely be able to hit
exterminate
me.
Anything that gets in their way, even all of space and time, like when they battled the Time Lords to extinction in the last Great Time War.
A war that showed a darker side to the Doctor. Thrust into a conflict that put all of reality at risk, the Doctor became a warrior, a soldier, a killer.
A sight of him that had always been there,
Okay.
hiding just under that cheeky grin.
Finally, in a single moment, the Doctor pressed a big
Fine by me.
button to end the war and all of Gallifrey once and for all.
As much as he didn't like the Time Lords, the Doctor cares for life above all things. So genociding his own people was the worst thing that could possibly happen.
As the last of the Time Lords, the Doctor proved to be the most dangerous person in the universe. Isolation threatened to turn him into the very type of Time Lord he despised, a master who controls the laws of time, the Time Lord victorious.
And God help your immortal soul if you piss him off. If he's desperate or if you threaten his friends, you won't be prepared for how far he'll go. Like trapping you in every mirror in existence, imprisoning you in the event horizon of a collapsing galaxy,
God.
suspending you in time to be used as
Dude,
a scarecrow.
seriously.
Fortunately,
You need to get some
Gallifrey
therapy, man.
wasn't destroyed. It turns out the Doctor, all of the Doctors, saved the Time Lords, but just forgot about it until time could catch up to them. It's complicated.
Still, even their biggest L turned out to be a dub in disguise. That's how you know you're fantastic.
But a Doctor's job is never finished. Without witness, without reward, you'll never know when they'll show up to save the day. But if you happen to be up against the Doctor, there's really only one thing you can do. Run.
I would run from him. He does seem stupidly broken. I am not gonna lie. Quick 2 cents before we get right to the fight, guys. This seems a bit more evenly matched than I would have given it credit for. I'm still putting my money on Rick from Rick and Morty. Rick Sanchez just seems way too broken. That gun seems way too versatile, but I could be wrong. Though Doctor Who is extremely powerful, and don't get me wrong, a lot more twisted than I thought he was. I thought he was just this nerdy, dorky guy in a sweater, but apparently he can go to some really dark places if he wants to, which gives him a fighting chance against Rick Sanchez. But honestly, I don't know. This is pretty evenly matched, but yeah, like I said, I'm going with Rick Sanchez, guys. Alright, guys. Finally, after months of anticipation, let's do this.
Oh, jeez, Rick. It was my fault.
None of this is your fault, Morty. You shouldn't be here in the first place.
Are you sick? You're the one who hit me. Oh, go on, I'm busy.
Son of a bitch, he's ignoring me?
Not gonna lie, that phone booth is clean. Get him, Rick!
Holy, it was ship. Keep Morty safe.
Uh-oh. No. Oh, what did they do to you?
I have no idea what that yelling sun was about.
Bit of Venusian karate?
Keep quipping, asshole. Maybe you'll find a good joke on the ground next to your teeth.
On guard.
Not gonna lie.
Oh, this place looks fun. Do they have a little shop? I like little shops.
The doc's going in, I'll give him credit for that. Yep, Rick still got this, though.
Well, blink as much as you can. They're scared of rapid movement.
Motherfucker.
They're scared of rapid movement. I'm not sure how fair this match is going to end up being. It really comes down to who made the most outlandish device in this one. Yep, there he goes. See? That's why I said I'd take that gun over that stupid screwdriver.
It's fun to be the class clown till you get shot. Now hurry up. I got a grandson waiting on me. He won't die an idiot like you.
I know your type. The nihilist know-it-all. But through all this wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey rubbish, there's one thing you never quite understood. I'm the Doctor, and I don't want to go.
Come on, Rick, stop screwing around. They're not gonna have the Doc win.
Of craft, Morty. You built it yourself?
I guess so.
Then you've got a bright future ahead. Don't be a cynic.
No! How did he beat Rick?
Morty, if you forget me, I'll haunt your ass.
Who the fuck are you?
Seriously, he won.
By the portal. Die by the portal.
Let's break this down. First off, Rick and the Doctor could both dodge lasers, making them pretty even, so neither could reliably win a quick draw.
Also, neither have shown any consistent signs of strength all that different from an above-average human.
The Doctor could get a superhuman strength boost during regeneration, but that is fairly incidental. So as far as physical ability is concerned, neither had a significant edge.
But when it comes to weapons, Rick had way more deadly killing machines.
Oh yeah, that's what I
Which could
thought.
wipe out whole planets, galaxies, and more. If he could get the jump on the Doctor, he'd have a good chance of winning.
Of course, there's similar speeds meant he probably wasn't getting that opportunity.
Really?
There's no denying his firepower was superior overall, but that still had to contend with the Doctor's technology.
Yeah, despite all of Rick's crazy inventions, most of which could kill a normal person instantly, the Doctor matched or countered pretty much all of it.
Being a Time Lord meant he could resist any time-warping trickery Rick threw at him, and the sonic screwdriver could hack and even destroy nearly everything Rick had. The Sonic has even disabled teleportation and time travel technology before, making it more than capable of hijacking Rick's portal gun, which has been hacked in the past.
With that
Okay,
done,
this is
Rick
actually
was
starting
kind
to
of a
sound
sitting
more
duck.
Operation
reasonable.
Phoenix, killing Rick permanently almost impossible. But the Doctor's reality-altering tech like the DMAT meant there would be no Rick left to upload to a new body at all, effectively ending the fight in a single shot. And that was hardly the only reality.
So the gun was just way
weapon
too
the Doctor
broken.
had access
I see.
to. The Doctor's technology presented a clear advantage.
Now let's talk ships. This one's pretty clear-cut. The space cruiser was a deadly machine that towed a solar system, but the TARDIS single-handedly held off a universe-destroying event. That's an edge for the Doctor.
But perhaps
Yeah,
most important
that
of
stupid
all
phone
was their
booth just
experience and
has so much plot armor, it's
Mastered
ridiculous.
Space and time to the point of becoming a veritable god. But you could say the same for the Doctor, who is way older. It's kind of like the Doctor has been Rickin' for many times longer than Rick himself.
And when push comes to shove, the Doctor is just as experienced of a warrior as Rick ever was, if not more so.
11 spent 900 years battling Daleks, Cybermen, Sontarans, and more on Trenzalore and came out on top.
Yeah,
And
it's
don't
starting to
forget
add
how
up.
quickly the Doctor can formulate, calculate, and initiate plans. Like when he dodged half a dozen rays and improvised thousands of calculations in his head to siphon the ray's energy into a teleporter, all in a matter of nanoseconds.
Rick usually relies on being the smartest guy in the room. When he's forced to battle people at his own level, he's often outsmarted, like with the Prime Rick or, gasp, a Morty.
Formidable genius, but the Doctor's incredible
A Morty.
technology, unmatched intelligence, and thousands of years
I really
of
gotta start
experience
watching that
gave
show.
him the
It looks
win.
really
Oh,
good.
jeez. I bet Rick was absolutely mortified to lose.
The winner is the Doctor.
I'm mortified. I thought I'd be right about this. Alright, guys. Let's see who's up next week. No. No! Gods! No! Like, by the old gods and the new... No, I'm not interested in seeing Goku versus Superman again. I like Goku way more than Superman. I know they're just gonna say Superman has no limits. I get it, even though he gets knocked out by Darkseid and Doomsday all the time. But still, like, oh my god, I do not want to see another rehash of Superman just has no limits. Like, fine, I'll watch it because I've seen all the other ones, but I am not excited to see this, guys. Just putting it honestly. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. That video was long overdue and well worth the wait. Thank you so much to all my loyal subscribers who were patient with me, stayed loyal, even after my long hiatus. I'm sorry, things just got carried away from me, but I'm trying to be back and better than ever. I'm making this channel mostly about Dungeon Crawler Carl in the future. Seth MacFarlane, as you guys saw my short the other day, bought the rights to do the TV show, and I'm leaning this channel more in that direction, so just heads up for that, but I will keep bringing you the Death Battle reactions. I'm going to squeeze in some Ryan George pitch meeting versus honest trailers. But anyway, guys, like, comment, subscribe for more reaction videos just like this one. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video, guys. Take it easy.